Welcome to When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop. I'm your show host, Israel Picasso. We tuning live from St. Louis, Missouri. Today's guest is, can you tell the crowd who you are and where you from?
Kal Dawson. I'm from Jamaica, Queens, New York.
Okay, yeah. How was it for you growing up in Queens, New York?
It was okay, some good times, bad times, but you growing up a kid, and everything was sweet until you started to participate in them legal lifestyles activities. Then it switched. You know what I mean?
No, that's real. That's real. All right. And with that being said, man, the show called When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop. When did you fall in love with hip hop?
Hip hop, I say it might have been like, I ain't no new baby. I'm a 70s baby. So I guess I'll say like when I heard a Run DMC. This was before Rakim or KRS-One. So I think like when I was growing up, like it was Run DMC, Curtis Blow, Fat Boys. That's when a lot of people started like quoting rhymes and outside and going up in the projects, banging on the elevator. You know what I'm saying? You try to make your own lyrics.
Yeah. Okay. Now we did do an interview before, so I want to kind of pick up where we left off. The last interview we discussed your affiliation with Black Rob and how you was the one who basically took care of him before his passing. Can you speak about that?
Yeah. Last time I think it was what 2 years ago. You did an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with you. So I'm saying we hit me up. But yeah, I was legally, Black Rob's manager before he passed away. And I just see one of his label mates just did an interview talking about, Diddy giving the publishing rights, and he spoke about his relationship with Black Rob. I guess at the time he was down there in Atlanta, Georgia. Now he didn't say my name, right? But I'm cut differently, right?
No, but look. All right, now I feel like this. Look, now we're gonna discuss that. But I wanted to ask you a few questions before we get into that situation. If that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Now you how did you get in contact with Black Rob, for you to be the one that, was with him before his demise?
Robert C. Styles Jackson, he had brought to my attention, like, at the time Black Rob didn't have no manager, and I was working with Beanie Siegel and Mr. Cheeks. So Robert C. Styles Jackson had called me. He was like, yo, I got Black Rob's number. He ain't got no manager right now. Can you do something with him? So I was like, yeah, he got a nice little catalog. So I said, call him. So he called Rob and me on the phone, and we had a conversation. It's back in 2020. I didn't grow up with Black Rob. I told you about last interview. I didn't grow up with him. I ain't had no history with him like that. It was just a business relationship.
Right.
So I added him onto the roster with Beans and Cheeks, and I started getting him booked for shows and put money in his pocket.
Okay. Now, how long was Black Rob signed to Bad Boy, and why did he stop working with Puffy? If you can speak on that.
I don't know. I think I'm saying he might have got signed to Bad Boy probably like in the 90s. No, I'm from New York City. I'm from Queens. He from Harlem. So I ain't know him personally, but I just know his music as an artist. I mean, so I don't know when he signed to Bad Boy exactly what year and why he departed from Bad Boy. I know like 2010 he was no more affiliated with Bad Boy and that whole company. I think he signed a deal with Duck Down, Buckshot Shorty now.
Okay. So now you did your best you could, man, to help the rapper, man, with all you can do for us, like, financially or whatever, when he was going through whatever he was going through. You needed help, and they said Jay-Z had sent you some help. Did that really happen, or was that just false advertising?
False. It was all cap. Jay-Z never sent no money for Black Rob. He was going to, until these other people started putting up these GoFundMe shit. So once he seen that, he kind of like backed up the situation. But he never saw nothing. He the only one that actually called. He DJ Self reposted a video that I made of Black Rob in Piedmont Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And DJ Self started getting a lot of phone calls. So he was like, "Yo, Jay-Z reached out to him. Was like, yo, Jay wanna yeah." He called him and asked him like, "Yo, what do Black Rob need?" So he's like, "I didn't put that video." They said I reposted from Cal. So he called me with him on the phone. So he's like, "Yo, what do you need?" So I said, "Yo, he needs his own place." Because he was, at the time, he had no place to stay. And he was on dialysis. You know, he had bad kidneys. So Rob was on dialysis like 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, he was on dialysis in New York City. But while he came down to Atlanta, Georgia for All-Star Weekend, him and Beanie Siegel and Cheeks got booked. You know, the person he was staying with, text him, talk about wherever you at, you need to stay there, don't come back to Harlem. So that's why he ended up being in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, now and I'm glad you said that about him being in Atlanta, Georgia, because I recently seen a video where Mark Curry said him and his friend WAP was taking care of Black Rob before he died, and said Black Rob had to steal and rob people in Atlanta and all of that shit. What's your take on that? Said he got arrested in Atlanta and all of that?
That might have happened years ago. I don't know, but in 2021, when Rob came down to Atlanta, Georgia, it was March 5th. He got booked All-Star Weekend. He never made it back to New York, and he passed away in April. So during that time frame, right, when he was sick, Mark Curry and WAP lived in Atlanta, Georgia, but they did not allow Black Rob to stay with them when he was in Atlanta, Georgia in 2021. So Mark Curry and WAP, they full of shit. They pieces of shit. Mark Curry started dick riding when Black Rob passed away. He took a lot of videos off his IG because the family members and other people was getting that Mark Curry. He took it all down, deleted off his Instagram page. So when Black Rob passed away on that Saturday, I think it was April 17th, I believe. He said, yeah, when Black Rob passed away, you know, it brought me and Puffy together, and you know, me and Puffy been speaking 15 years. That's all cap. Puffy never called him because if you recall, he wrote a book, Dance with the Devil. He called Puffy gay and all this other shit. So common sense, why would that man call you, entertain you for what? I mean, so he lied on that shit though. You know, now, you know, Puffy giving people back their publishing. He got something to say about, oh, it ain't worth nothing.
We're gonna get in that too. We're gonna get into that because that's one of my questions. Let's get back into the interview. But yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that's crazy that you said that, man. That's wild, man.
Going back to the WAP situation and Mark Curry, no, Black Rob did not let Black Rob stay with him. Nobody was not looking out for Black Rob. Only thing, WAP, he owns a juice bar on Walker Street down there.
Okay.
And anytime Rob would go to the hospital, because when you don't got no medical insurance under the state of Georgia or anywhere, you know what I mean, you have to the dialysis, the hospital have to treat you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why when he started swelling up, go to the hospital, stay for like 4 or 5 days. Then Rob discharged himself. He called WAP. WAP would come pick him up. Then WAP would call me. Yo, Black Rob has a juice bar. Come pick him up. Why? Why you gonna pick him up for if you ain't gonna take care of you in your house?
Right.
Oh, but you know, Rob can't stay with me. He stayed with me before, and this what happened. That. So why the fuck you gonna pick him up for?
Nah, for real.
I'm not understanding that.
Right. And my question was that your initial reason to having problems with Mark Curry about the whole situation with Black Rob?
I never knew Mark Curry. I never knew. I never met him before. I met him. I said I heard him on a song, the Bad Boy for Life song. I never met him personally until he came that day to when Rob performed for All-Star Weekend. He came on stage with Black Rob. And then when Rob started getting sick, you know what I'm saying, like his health started deteriorating, then you know he started coming by the hotel I had him staying at. You know what I mean? I had him staying at the hotel which I paid for my credit card. Then Harv Perrier reached out to WAP and they said, yo, Puffy wanted to know Me and Rob stayed in the hotel room, and so Rob told them just in Kal Dawson name. He stayed at the Marriott on Peachtree, so they extended the room for 2 weeks. But I guess they were trying to figure out, like, when Jay-Z went and said that he's gonna do something for Black Rob, I guess he called Diddy and told him, like, yo, Rob's messed up, I'm gonna do something for him. So he reached out to WAP, and WAP gave him the name, my name, and the hotel he's staying in. So them dudes, like I said, you know what I mean? They full of shit. If that's your man, whatever he did in the past or whatever the case may be, okay, you can overlook that because his health is more important than what he did. Like, I don't know the logistic because, you know, it's 4 sides to a story. It's his side, this person's side is the lie, the truth.
No, that's real. Now let me ask you a question, man. Did Mark Curry really see Black Rob in the hospital before he died? Was he one of the last people to see him, like you said?
No, he came to Rob's hotel because I had a show booked with Cheeks. I had a show booked with Beans on Friday in Virginia, and then the next day I had a show booked with Cheeks in Maryland that Saturday. Mark Curry, I think, went to go see Rob that Saturday, the day he died. He seen me in a hotel room, and allegedly he said that Black Rob was on the floor so he can't feel his legs. So I think it was Mark Curry and some lady. They went and took to a hospital. Rob said he wanted to stay there. They took to another hospital. Rob said he wanted to stay there. Then they took him to that guy's juice bar. And I think he went into cardiac arrest. And then I think they tried to revive him. They tried to take him to the hospital. It was too late. He was dead on arrival. So my thing is, if you came to the hotel room and Rob was on the floor and he couldn't feel his legs, you know, you're supposed to let them people in the hospital admit him. Don't let Rob tell you, like, yo, I don't want to stay here and so on and so forth. It's out of your head. You're not a doctor. I mean, Rob's not his right. Black Rob's not his right train of thinking to even say some shit like that. No, like bypass what he's saying. Look, this man needs medical attention. He said he couldn't feel his leg. I seen him. He was on the floor. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, he did see. He was the last one to see Black Rob. I wasn't there. I had to leave.
Right.
And then Rob couldn't come with me because I was glad he would have took him with me, but you know, he's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let me ask you this: Mark Curry versus Kal Dawson celebrity boxing match. Will it ever take place?
I will fuck him up because he's fucking lying, right? And then he's trying to utilize or gain fans saying that like, he an ill nigga. Mark Curry can suck my dick, and I stand on that. I mean, and anybody that's friends with him, they can line the fuck up too. Straight like that. Because I come with a different type of cloth. I ain't no dude on stage with a microphone in my hand. I ain't no rapper. I got a rap sheet.
Type. Yeah. And we're gonna speak on that. So look, Mark Curry speaks on P. Diddy giving publishing back to the artist, man, saying it's not really worth nothing, and basically saying P. Diddy not really a billionaire for real, and he just capping. So what you think about that? What's your reaction to that?
See the man, right? See, that's how you know he a sucker. At one time, you sucking his dick, talking about, oh, me and Puffy spoke, and da. He had the funeral, right? He was drunk at the funeral. He act like a real bozo. No, he ain't typical bozo dude. He had the funeral. He drunk. He yelling, screaming, "Bad boy, bad boy." What you saying, "Bad boy" for? Because the cameras and shit, revolt. There was a bunch of them. Puffy didn't come to the funeral. Like, yo, dick ride this man, talking about Puffy this, Puffy that. Like, live your own life. Puffy didn't give a fuck about your bum ass niggas. That's why he gave you a public shit, man. You can have this shit, man. I mean, I don't need this problem. You gotta take it. Like, wherever the contract he signed with them, whatever the case may be, I'm not involved with that. I don't know what Puffy agreement was with them, and you know that's their shit. But he gave it back to you. All right, so you still got issue with us. So what's the problem? You mad because you're not a billionaire? What's the problem? Puffy ain't thinking about you.
And that's what he was saying. He was saying Puffy not really a billionaire for real.
I don't know what he is. I know Puffy a multimillionaire. That's what I know. If he's not a billionaire, he's close to it, but who cares? That's his money. Who cares?
Right. I'm not counting another man's pocket. It has nothing to do with me anyway. I'm just, going off of, what was allegedly said.
But then Mark Curry, right? He on an interview talking about, I didn't have that type of deal they had. I had my publishing. So why are you complaining now about it? So you don't got it or you do got it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, okay, recently Waka Flocka Uncle Bimmy was accused of snitching. Can you speak about those allegations?
That man ain't no rat. You know what I'm saying? I knew that man like since I was a teenager. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these bloggers, right? They use these platforms to assassinate a man's character. Either if somebody dislike you, the first thing they're gonna go on social media, they're gonna go on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and say something about you, whether you're a guy or a female.
Yeah.
So the first thing people do when they don't like you, they say either you a rat or you gay. Number two things they're gonna say.
Right, to assassinate your character.
Now I'm gonna see, right, the same individual, right? I gotta watch what I say, be mindful, because I know like other authorities be watching these interviews. I'm gonna see like if something bad happens to this individual or people who do that, what everybody else will say then, oh, that's fucked up, what happened to such. You know, nah, you can't be going around assassinating somebody's character. Which they because it's behind it. If you want a red light, if you want a red light, the cops see it, and he gonna pull you up and give you a ticket.
Right. So who was the person that allegedly said that the first time? That said he was the snitch.
So some dude, I ain't gonna say his name, but some short kid. You know what I mean? Okay. He got a little podcast. He said that. So, you know, I'm not entertaining none of that shit. You know what I mean? And then they reading the paperwork is all wrong and they ain't got their facts together, but they quick to throw some shade on somebody's name out of hatred. And it's all black people though. Man, you're not talking about no white people. You're not talking about none of these cops that's killing blacks or people's getting done injustice. You ain't talking about none about what the president's doing. Crazy, all you talking is other black people. That's all you doing.
That's right. Hey, now we're gonna move on to the next question, man. How did you first meet Bimmy? Was y'all a part of the Supreme team, like people say?
Bimmy, he from Queens, and he was hustling on the south side of Jamaica, Queens. You know what I'm saying? He had his own blocks, he had his own territory. And then, you know, he always coming around. So when he from the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're in that lifestyle, you know, you bump heads at different clubs, and you know, his hanging out spot was basically Projects, which I was born and raised at.
Yeah.
So, you know, and past him, what's up, you know, going different spots and shit. But he a good dude. I got nothing bad to say about him. You know, he a good dude, and that allegation was going around. I was one of the dudes with many others that was help clear his name up because it's not true. Like somebody tell me, yo, that dude Picasso in St. Louis, yo, he just beat my man at $100,000. If it ain't true, I'm be like, yo, nah, I'm gonna ride for you. Like, nah, it ain't true. Like, I know what happened. Like, I mean,
that's real. Now, did you know Kenneth McGriff?
Of course. Like, come on, like he right there.
Right. So, how did you get in contact with him?
He stayed across the street. He from Paisley. He stayed across the street. He from Paisley.
Okay.
See, a lot of people don't know. Like, I know him, his two sisters, the name of his German Shepherd that they had, they dogs. I know the dog's name. Like my sister and his sister still speak to this day.
Yeah. So do you still have ties with him?
I ain't talked to him in men though, but you know, he called like it once in a blue moon, or he might send word to his nephew, Wasnt McGriff, tell Castle what's up, blah blah, or you know, like. And something else that you need me to do for him, he sent a word.
Man, yeah, cause like I told you, man, it was a fake page on Instagram trying to get me to send some money to him. I'm like, man, this can't be him, man.
Yeah, man, yeah. Nah, he don't need for nothing for financial, but he in there, he don't need for nothing.
Yeah. So let me ask you another question, man. When did you meet 50 Cent's mother, man?
She was hustling for Preem back in like early 80s, like 82, 81, around here. Sabrina.
Okay. And you said she taught you how to cook kilos?
Nah, she showed me how to transform cocaine into crack. You know what I mean? Showed me how to cook it. She showed me how you shake and bake it in the kitchen.
Yeah. Ghetto D, like Master P said, Ghetto D. Yeah, no, for real. Okay, so if you want to speak on this, you can, man. How did you get Ja Rule's chain back with that situation that had happened?
That's old news, but I was a part of that, getting that chain, his watch, and his earrings back.
Yeah. How did you end up getting it back though?
The guy who did it, he's from Baisley.
Okay.
But that's old news. So it's like, you know, that shit happened over 23 years ago. So it's like we talking about basically like what we doing now, you know?
Right. Now that's real. That's real. All right, we moving on, man. What led you to the going to prison, man? What happened and how many years did you have to serve?
Shit, I did 4 bids. I mean, I did 3 state bids and 1 federal bid.
Mm.
I mean, my first bid was in North Carolina. My second and my third bid was in New York, and then my 4th bid was a federal case.
Damn.
When you in that lifestyle, you know, nothing illegal lasts forever.
No,
you know
that's
what I mean?
real. That's real.
So eventually your numbers play.
Right.
You know, it's just that I didn't get real, what you say, a lot of shit that I got away with, but my whole thing is like, you know, all my business non-violent, feel like that. The hardcore shit, you know what I mean? I didn't get caught for that. I got jailed up twice for that, but I went to trial, found out guilty on both occasions.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Moving on to the next question, man. What do you feel about 50 Cent's BMF series, man?
I think, you know what I mean, like, you can't tell people what to do with their money, you know what I'm saying? So that a lot of people get caught up. It's like, you can't be on a corner selling dimes and 20, and then you get in a conversation with a dude that's moving 200-300 pounds. You're not in the same bracket.
No, that's
so
real.
by him using his money and doing that series, you know, like doing something good with his money, like, you know what I mean? It's working for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, who am I to say like it ain't working for him or that shit is whack? Anybody who sold drugs nationwide could relate to the activity that's going on in the series.
Man, hey, you know, motherfuckers love that shit, man. And you know, St. Louis was like a hub for BMF. Everybody know that. Like, this where Big Meech and them was out here a lot. Like,
shout out to my man J-Bo. He got over there at Fahrenheit.
Shout out to J-Bo, man. Shout out to J-Bo. Real spill, man. All right,
good
now,
dude.
All right, who are some of your favorite Queens rappers?
Some of my favorite Queens rappers?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be biased. I mean, because I'm from Queens. I'm saying hip hop started in the Bronx in New York City, but you know, a lot of mainstream artists that got into that rap game came out of Queens, though. But as far as all time favorite, my main favorite rapper, like I say Ice Cube in my top. He my top 5. I said Ice Cube. I fuck with Ice Cube.
All right, shout out Ice Cube, man. The Big 3, man. Y'all go check out that Big 3.
I fuck with Ice Cube. You know what I mean? I fuck with you know, the God Nas.
Okay,
you know what
shout out God, the God MC Nas. Yeah, for sure. Illmatic with that shit.
His lyrics, Ma Barker. It's a female rapper. Right,
Okay.
Ma Barker. Right, she was involved with Coogee Rap.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Ma Barker, yo, she official though. You know what I mean? She official female artist, and
I don't think I really heard none of her music, man. I'm down for that.
Yeah, she up on YouTube, Ma Barker. She just did some shit like 5 females. This shit for K Slade. You know, Ma Barker.
Yeah,
it was Diana.
What's up, K Slade?
Yeah, you know, rest in peace to him. But you know, Ma Barker. I mean, like she official.
Yeah. And then you got one more. I think you got one more.
Let's see who else. Like Cheeks. I mean, that's my dude. I mean, you know, not saying that I work with him, but you know, Cheeks when he came, he was like, well, honest, they from South too, but when Cheeks came in the game, right? He tried to change the whole dynamics, like, you know what I mean? When he came in, because he was rep that Southside Queen shit. I mean, like, we had LL, Run DMC, but they was from Hollis. You know what I mean? Father and C was from Far Rockaway. They was on Cheeks and Father and C was on the same label, Uptown MCA. But you know, when Cheeks came out from Southside, you know, he had, you know, the Car Hops, you know what I mean? The you know, the Army Fatigues, the Beef and Broccoli Tims, and you know, that was that Southside dress code right there.
Yeah.
And he brought a Grammy to the hood. So, you know, shout out to Cheeks. Him and Beans, they had a versus battle yesterday. Ask Cheeks who won that.
Man, how am I ask him? You gotta ask him, man. Get him on the show, man. Matter of fact, get him on the show, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you on the show. Yeah, he asked who won that. I ain't gonna say who won it. Let the people tell you who won it.
Yeah, I want it, man. Yeah, hook that up, man. I want to know who won it, man. I ain't even get a chance to watch it, man. It wasn't
wasn't live though, but you know, the guy who booked him, he put on his Facebook and Instagram. You know what I mean? So I'll send you to his page and shit.
Yeah. How did you end up being the manager for Benny Siegel, you know, Memphis Bleak and all of them, you know, Mr. Cheeks and shit?
But when I came but Cheek from my hood, so when I came home to the feds in 2011, my man Scotty, he's over there, Lincoln Park, where Cheeks are from. I was staying in Charlotte at the time, so Scotty had called me. He was like, "Yo, I know you just came home. You know what I mean? You just fucking with the ink. You know what I mean? What you doing now?" I said, "Nah, you know, I'm just booking shows doing management now, Kal Dawson management." So he's like, "Yo, you know Cheeks?" Well, I said, "Yeah, Terrence, that's his government name." He's like, "Well, he ain't got no manager, you know what I mean? So like, I'm gonna plug you with him, and you'll go from there." And then that's how, you know what I mean, Cheeks took off like 2011. You know what I mean? That me booking for Cheeks, then I started dealing with the dude Jace for So For Real, and then I started picking up other people here and there. But I got with Beans like in 2019.
Okay.
Got with Beans. When I got with Beans, then he was like, you know, I kept booking him shows. Then Free was telling him, "Yo, who was booking your show?" He's like, "Kid, Kal Dawson from Queens. You know, he used to be with the Ink." And so he was like, "Oh shit, yo, tell him, you know what I'm saying, like, with you." And that's how that whole thing. Then Free, then Chris and Nee from Young Gunners, then you know, the Memphis Bleak. You know, then got some unsigned artists that got managers.
Okay.
Then some of their managers reached out to me, you know, to help consult them with their artists.
Yeah.
You know, so I think like, you know, it's a business, so you know, we gotta do paperwork, and this is what my fee is. I can do this, I can do that. A lot of people get caught up thinking that they artist, he or she, or Kal Dawson give me a record deal. Nah, I can't get you a record deal. Your talent can get you a record deal. I can get you in front of the people that
you gotta put the work in.
I got some influence on the labels, I mean.
Yeah. All right. This is the last question before we get up out of here, man. How can you be reached via social media? And do you have any sponsors, any merch you want to represent?
Man, you can reach me at, you know, on Instagram is Dawson Kal, DAWSON KAL. And on Facebook, you know, it's Kal Dawson, KALDAWSON. For sponsors, you know, I'm shout out the people that I deal with. I'm shout out, you know, all the independent film companies like it's out there. I got in the car with me, right? We on our way to the dirty South. I mean, Lock, he from Macon, Georgia. He got a movie.
Okay.
Lock who? Lock Dog.
What's it called?
Yeah, he got named Lock Dog. He out of Macon, Georgia. He got a movie called Trust Issues on Tubi.
Okay. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Shit.
He was at the verses. He was there. He was there.
Okay. What's up with man?
Beans. What's up with it? Beans ate. Yeah, he ate.
Okay. Hey, what's up with your movie, man? Talk about your movie real quick before we get out of here.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, man. I'm from Macon, Georgia, man. Got a movie called Trust Issues. It's on Amazon Prime, Tubi. Shot in Macon. I'm an executive producer, co-writer, co-director. You know what I'm saying? Star actor in it. It's got an 8.5 star rating on IMDb. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We trying to start something different down there. I just finished shooting a TV series called Loyalty Over Blood. It'll be on platforms by the top of the year. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, man, hooked up with Kal, man, you know what I'm saying? Came up here, invited me up. Me and my artists, I got a rap group called the Mac Dolls out of Macon. You know what I'm saying? They hot, you know what I mean?
Shout out Macon, Georgia.
Yeah, man, Macon, Georgia, man. Home of Otis Red, man, you know what I'm saying? Home of Lil Richie, man. All that right there, man. There were a lot of music started it.
No, for real. Hey, before we get out of here, man, tell the people when you fell in love with hip hop. When did you fall in love with hip hop?
Shoot, man, it's the first time I ever heard something, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm from the South, so when we was younger, we didn't have nothing but up north music to listen to. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a Rakim, Arabian Rakim, 3D, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them fans, you know what I'm saying? Onyx, Das Effects, you know what I'm saying? We grew up off of that, you know what I mean? But, you know, we real street niggas, so once that West Coast stuff started dropping, Easy and them started dropping that gangsta
Yeah,
shit, you know what I'm saying? They was talking about how we was living,
yeah,
so
cruising
that's what
down the
we
street in
migrated
my
to.
6'4". Yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit, we migrated to that. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, Outkast, you know, all them start coming with their shit, you know what I'm saying? That, and bringing the South up. So, you know what I'm saying? We had our
Good
own
vibe
culture.
and shit like that.
Yeah, you know. But I still
Nah,
fuck
yeah.
with I fuck with the North, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with the culture of hip hop, period.
Nah, for real. Hey, how can you be reached via social media?
Hey man, Lockdog 360, LOCKDOGG 360. That's on IG. Lockdog Reynolds on Facebook, LOCKDOGG Reynolds, REYNOLDS. Y'all follow the Mac Dogs. IG, the Mac Dogs, with a Z at the end, THEMACDOLLZ. And on Facebook is Mac Dogs, MACDOLLS. You know what I'm saying? We doing big things down there, man. I throwing my first film festival next month too. Kal Dawson gonna be on the panel.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. This is another interview with Kal Dawson. I am Israel Picasso. This is When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop. We out of here. Peace. All right, Kal.
All right, it's Rebel Picasso. Anytime you need me, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with you.
All right, one.
All right, baby.